Hello YouTubers, this is TerryT2009 back with finally another custom model segment. You asked for it, it's finally here. Now, this time we're going to be taking a look at 4 new truck characters. I am promising to make more because I actually got a 3D printer if you can hear the background noise. That's the 3D printer doing its job. From another truck body. But anyways, let's move on to the 4 characters. So, we have Chester's brother, Paint Licorice. We have Aria, the salt van. Chuckler, the breakdown train. And finally, Gabby, the furnace truck. So, let's start with Paint Licorice here. So, this is Chester's brother, and he's got the same face as Chester. So, I'm gonna say this, he wasn't that easy. I mean, the silver paint was kind of hard to apply. I had to do a few coats, but I got there. And this is supposed to be the paint logo, but it's not that good. I mean, I don't know where to find the paint logo. But I do like how the face turned out. It actually looks like Chester's face. So yeah, you might have seen Chester's brother before. And this was actually made from Leslie, the tanker sister. Now, Coco, Jojo, and Leslie are canceled for Popular Paxton because, if you don't know, Popular Paxton used Coco, Jojo, and Leslie, as well as another tanker, to make Scaredy's grandparents, Lloyd, Nancy, Wilson, and Tracy. Now, I'm thinking of making Scaredy's grandparents. I do have Jamie, Tara, Raven, and Black Licorice already. But I think I might do Scary's grandparents as well, if you suggest them. But that's all I can say for Chester's brother, Paint Licorice. It's kind of like Black Licorice, only it's Paint Licorice. So that's kind of clever of Kelvin Rogers. Now, let's move on to Aria here. So, Aria is one of Kelvin Rogers' latest customs. He's in the process of making Aria, but she is actually the original salt truck from the Dustin Comes in First 2-pack. And she kind of looks like a Wildfire here. Kelvin Rogers took his In the Process Wildfire and turned it into Aria, the salt truck. He's in the process. He just needs to put the chassis back on. But what he's trying to do is get a triangle screwdriver and cut off the top clear part and remove the gumballs and put the salt in, and then put this back on and put the chassis back on. So, yes, this is a Thomas Wooden Railway Duke chassis. I took Duke and made him into Aria. So, yeah, I am thinking of doing a Thomas Wood custom Duke. Someone suggested that. They should also suggest I do Bertram. They did. I forgot to say that. But here she is with Wildfire, the furnace truck. Kelvin Rogers is thinking of making another Wildfire soon, but I don't know when. And the thing that I like most is that the logo. I was able to capture that pretty good. But yeah, that's Aria. I think she's a pretty cute model. Let me know what you guys think. Now let's move on to one of my favorites. This is actually Chuckler, the breakdown train. Now, Chuckler was made from my old Horrid Hookie model that was falling apart, but I was able to reuse this model. And if you're wondering, where did I get the chassis from if I took the breakdown train chassis off to make Riot? Well, this chassis was actually from the blue flatbed, the old one from the 1990s. And if you're wondering how I can gain the head spin, well, let me show you. If I take his head off, this is actually a toothpick glued in with some tacky glue here. So yeah, that's kind of clever of myself. Let me know what you guys think. It is easy to apply Chuckler's head, and it actually spins still, so you can crane arm whip some bad guys like, yeah! And it spins around, and you can actually put it back on the little flatbed. Now, this shouldn't fall apart. The string shouldn't fall apart because I actually put tacky glue and tape on this so it won't be easy to take off. And there is a little bit of red paint on the gray magnet, but that's okay. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything, but there's Chuckler. I especially like the face. That is a really nice Chuckler face, and I really like the mouth. But anyways, that's Chuckler. We're at the 5-minute mark, so we're doing pretty good. We have one more custom here. This is Gabby, the small gray furnace truck. Gabby kind of looks like Lily and Denise. Now, this was made out of a Lego treasure chest. And Kelvin Rogers actually used Legos to make Gabby. And he's made Legos into other things. Now, I've got a few questions. I don't know how many Legos Kelvin Rogers has in his Lego collection, because he seems to have a lot of Legos. And I wonder if he buys new Legos every time he runs out. I'm just pretty curious, but maybe he could tell me in the comments below how many Legos he has. I mean, there is a lot of Lego trucks he's made. He's made Hefty, Greed, Anger, and Wrath, and a few other characters. And I've got an idea for Kelvin Rogers here. I mean, I'm thinking that he should make Oliver the Green Truck using Legos, as well as Dread. He's making Shadow Dread out of Legos and clay for the stripes on him. I think he should use Legos to make Dread and Oliver the Green Truck. And because he's made roof tile trucks out of Legos, I think he should make John the roof tile truck out of Legos. And his, I think he should also make, Shock, the Blue Mountain Quarry Truck, as well as Zero, the Blue Mountain Quarry Truck out of Legos. Or he could do what Puppet Paxton did. I mean, he can go and buy some Demolition Team 2-packs, cut off the face, use it for Simon, and he could paint the other 2 trucks into, let me see, John and Zero. And for the Scruffies that come in the Demolition Team, I think he could make Gideon and Bobby using those. However he wants to do it. He can buy those official Wind Railway things, or he can make them out of Legos. I'm just saying, I mean, however he wants to do it, I don't have a problem. But anyways, all I can say about Gabby is that she has Slimy's face, and she's going to be in the Truck Heroes movie. So that's kind of a shocker. Not much I could say about Gabby. I mean, she's just a generic gray little truck. Like Lily and Denise, but I think she's pretty cute. Let me know what you guys think about my custom Gabby. And if you're wondering where I got the chassis from, it's from a Wooden Railway Duke coal car. And this is glued on with Gorilla Glue. Same thing for Aria here. This is actually a circus train chassis. Base. And the Duke chassis. But there's Gabby. I think she's pretty cute. Well, that's all the time we have for today on this custom model segment. Stay tuned for more custom trucks, as well as some more Thomas Wooden Railway engines. I am still collecting Capsule Player Rail, if you can see here. So I'm going to do more wind-up reviews. And hopefully I will get to doing more Trackmaster push-along reviews. We'll have to see. And before we leave, let me show you what I'm in the process of making. Alright, so right now, this 3D printed truck here, this is actually supposed to be the Angry Coffee truck here. I think he's almost done. There are more coffee trucks as Kelvin Rogers is making. And here's where my painting table is. Yeah, I'm in a new house, if you can guess. Anyways, these are the 4 red coal trucks. Hefty, Greed, Anger, and Wrath. So yeah, I'm officially making these. I 3D printed their bodies. Kind of like how the Shapeways models were 3D printed. And if you're wondering what engine I'm in the process of, here's my new custom Oliver model. It's being made out of a Wooden Railway Ashima, and it's going to have a Thomas Wood Ryan face. I got a few spare Wood Ryan faces. And then this white tender engine here is none other than Randall the Steam Engine. He's one of the Superstation villains. He's almost complete. He just needs a new face. This is actually an air dry clay, but I'm going to put a face over it. And I'm going to use these these engines for Hefty, Greed, Anger, and Wrath's chassis. And then this engine over here is Silver. He's on the good side now. This isn't Silver James from An Engine of Many Colors. This is actually Silver, one of Popular Paxton's characters. He's almost complete. I mean, he needs a lot of changes. He needs some air-dry clay on the side. And then what I'm thinking of doing is turning this custom of Lily into a bigger Ryan model. Here's Albert for inspiration. Then, of course, this is Twilight Sparkle. She still needs changes. Then, this is going to be Charleston, the evil yellow tank engine. Then I'm thinking of turning Lily into this Oliver. I'm thinking of making this Oliver into Lily. And this is actually supposed to be Thomas's dad. He is going to be black. He's going to be painted black, and he's going to be on Timothy's side. If you're wondering what Thomas's mom's side is on, Thomas's mother is actually going to be on Thomas and Roger's side. There will be a story about that in Thomas and Lady's Equestrian Adventures. Then I'm thinking of taking this Sir Handel chassis and putting it on this engine. And lastly, the trucks that you can comment and ask me to make are Cran, Angus, the unnamed truck with the green tarp. Then we've got Ralph, Nathan, Selena's mother, Morgan, Chuckler's sister, Horde Hookie's new model. Then we got Giggler, Trucker, Shock, Clark, Selena's father, the Truck Ninjas, Bossy, Crosby and Cooper, the Ice Cream Van, Nigel, Tanner, Bailey, Sean, John, Oliver, Shadow Dread, Calvin, Hobbs, Leyland, Lloyd, Nancy, Wilson, and Tracy. Thanks for watching this custom model segment. Stay tuned for more Thomas Wood trucks. This is Timmy T 2009, signing off.